Hey, so what do you do when one just doesn't fit and the other one rubs you the wrong way? Well, you find a third option. But enough about my latex hot pants. I speak of a third political party, which according to pollsters Pat Caddell and Doug Schoen, is a realistic possibility in the near future. They always say that.
Yeah.
Explains the duo, quote, in unison, the United States is in the midst of what we would both call a pre-revolutionary moment. And there is widespread support for fundamental change in the system. An increasing number of Americans are now searching beyond the two parties for bold and effective leadership. Well, one poll found that 57% of Americans said there's a need for a third party, with 1 in 5 saying they're very likely to vote for a third party candidate in 2012. Yet critics wonder, is there a third party candidate out there who could come close to being competitive in next year's election? Ron Paul, Donald Trump, or maybe, how about this hungry wild card?
Seems playful, doesn't she? She's so cute.
Yeah, they're adorable. Then when the glass goes away, they'll rip your face off.
It's not the little duck he's going for anymore.
Yeah, it's so adorable when you're faceless. Jedediah, does a third-party candidate have a shot, or does it end up hurting the main candidate that it's most like?
I don't think it's going to have a shot now. In 2012, that's not going to happen. But I think in the future it could. Look, if you have big government, big spending Democrats, and then you have big government, big spending Republicans next to them, people have nowhere to go. I think if there is a third party at some point, it will be a Tea Party candidate. And that is a possibility in the near future. I don't think it's going to happen just yet, though.
I think a Tea Party candidate would then hurt the Republicans, and you'd get, and if, especially in 2012.
It would, unless you have, I mean, look at some of the candidates, though. We have Huntsman, we have Mitt Romney. People aren't excited about this on the right.
Oh, I'm crazy about Huntsman.
Really?
I'm mad. I'm hot.
You're hot for
Huntsman.
What
is
Actually, his family
and his shared
hot.
sacrifice that he was talking about today.
First of all,
love that.
he looks like the guy who killed Laura Palmer in Twin Peaks.
He looks like a James Bond villain.
Yes, he does. He does. But so do you, Chris. And
I do. That's a good look. I didn't say it was a bad look.
Chris, aren't people tired of the two-party system? That's a good thing, right?
Yes, people are tired of the two-party system. But guess what? This is like the story of gas prices going up every summer. We hear it every 4 years.
Right.
Everybody wants a third party. No, it's not going to happen. I agree with Jedediah. If there was any possibility whatsoever for a third party, it would be if the Tea Party decided to divorce itself from the Republican Party. That's the only viable third party.
I think we need not only a third party.
Do you know how many Republicans, after you said that, were going like this?
Please, yes. I think not only we need a third party.
Do you have any Tea Party people going like this?
I'm one of them.
We're not ready to go at this point.
I'm ready to go. Bring it on.
Sherrod?
Thank you, Gregory.
Yes.
I think not only do we need a third party, we need like a fourth and fifth and sixth. We need, first of all, we think we got all this freedom in America. We got one more choice than a dictator. One more choice.
Yes, it's true.
One more choice. We got all this. Let the freedom ring.
Yeah,
we need 9 parties running strong that can all be a viable challenge for the throne.
There you go. You know, it's an interesting point. We have so many options in this world for everything. We have options for trucks,
Cell phone,
food. Think about all the food you can eat, Sherrod. There are endless examples of food.
I'm starving.
I am too. I was thinking about Chinese. Maybe salt and pepper pork chops and some ribs, because I like ribs. But we only have 2 parties. It seems weird.
It is weird. And we got hooked. We got hoodwinked. We got bamboozled.
That's a great name for a book. Hey, Bill, you've got your finger in the butt of America. Is it a sad fact that we could only really deal with 2 choices?
I'm still thinking about that. And once I pull it out, lots of oil for everyone.
Why do you have to add something to what was really just...
I'm talking about drill, baby, drill.
All right.
My sources, and as you know, my sources are never on. My sources tell me that it will not be Ron Paul. Ron Paul will not jump ship from the Republican Party and start on of his own. My sources also tell me that they know who will. And I'm not going to tell you who it is just yet, but I will say it rhymes with Ross Perot.
I love to see Ross.
I'm voting for you, Ross.
Think about how Ross Perot effectively altered history because he took votes from Bush. Bush lost. Clinton came in. You got 8 years of Clinton. You got Monica Lewinsky. I mean, Perot was what changed the 90s.
And prosperity. Remember all that prosperity?
Yes.
Damn you, Perot.
The problem is, though, it's going to get to a point where people don't care about that because they see the Republican and Democrat as no different.
Yeah.
So if it takes votes away from a big government, big spending Republican, people are going to say, well, who cares?
Right, and the Republican Party
anyway.
And the Republican Party can go the way of the Whigs.
Yeah.
A third party, like a third party Tea Party group, could replace the Republican Party. People in this country are hungry for real choices.
Yeah, right.
If it's two choices and it's two real choices,
that's
you have something to live with. But
Yeah.
the fact is we may end up with two choices that look an awful lot alike.
Yeah.
You're a handsome man. You know that? You're a handsome man.
Bill. He's talking about wigs. What does he mean?
If they're going the way of the wigs and they're going on top of George Clooney's head, I've heard rumors, girlfriend. I've heard
Talking
rumors.
about political parties, and he starts talking about wigs. What's going on here?
Whoa. So, do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. And to leave a voicemail on my direct line, call 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. He wears a wig, and he highlights it. Weird. Yeah, weird guy.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by ukuleles, that stringed instrument resembling a small guitar, often associated with Hawaiian music. Thanks, ukuleles.